Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everyone? So, what do you think this is? What isn't that interesting? I love drawing. That would be easy to draw for me. For me, I can copy pretty good. Using my own imagination, I can copy, but using my just out of imagination, I don't know how to do that. Anyways, how is everyone? So I'm reading about tempted in the wilderness. That's Satan. That's just someone's imagination. Okay? I could copy that. But anyways, listen to this. Jesus was tempted in the same way as everyone else. The first temptation was to put the satisfaction of his own needs and desires before God's will. Okay, I've been tempted and have given in to that. Okay. The second one was to take a shortcut to do God's work. Probably guilty of that one too, rather than do it God's way. The third way is to grab power over people for himself. I am not guilty of that one. I never wanted to be over people, like be the leader or the teacher or something. I'll teach someone a skill that I've learned, but I've never wanted to ever. I don't want that. Still don't. Okay. Like president. How'd you like the debate? Okay, let's listen to this. The message is that we should not just be concerned with the end. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Rather than do it, I have to go back. The third way is to grab power over people for himself. Oh, yeah, that is Satan. Ew. The message is that we should not just be concerned with the end result, but also how we get there. Okay, Dr. Motivation. I'll show you him because this is really important. This is something that He's teaching me something right now that I will benefit. It's something to do with, and it's an inherited weakness and has to do with communication and sticking up for, doing what's right, sticking up for yourself, knowing boundaries, all that kind of stuff. It's hard, man. And my kitty's itching. Because I have to deal business with people. Because I am taking care of this house. And it is falling apart. But I want to show you something. Where is it? It's a I'll look for him. It says Jesus resisted temptation by quoting from God's word, which is a good way of dealing with it. If thoughts agree with the Bible, they are from God. If not, they come from the devil. Well, that is wonderful to know, because we're supposed to stick up for ourselves. I had to delete my last rant because it's true what I said. I was not lying. It's completely true. It was from the horse's mouth. But and I don't talk about. I just yelled it in my own house. I can say things in my own house, but I didn't know I live really close to someone that I didn't know I was because they rent out the garage. So they hear like everything. And I believe in privacy. And so they, whatever. It's really disgusting. And so I was getting pissed off, and it was kind of being revengeful. And what came to my mind is let God do revenge. You can stick up for yourself. You can do self-defense. But let God do revenge. Or because they might just need to learn a lesson like I do. So just like back off. Just there's someone that's not. They're bad. Okay, and they're living right next to me, but it's happened before with my landlord. She doesn't know. She trusts blindly, and she really is blind. Everyone has problems, I know. And I want to get through this. Listen to this. Satan is often pictured with horns like a raging bull and a forked tail. I'll show you the picture in a minute. Like a snake's tongue. These are symbols of what he is like. He is vicious in attitude and poisonous in intent. The Bible tells us very little about Satan. It seems he is an angel in heaven. He was an angel in heaven who became jealous and proud. He rebelled against God and was thrown out. Now he seeks to oppose God and his people in any way he can. He is not as powerful as God, and Jesus came to destroy the grip Satan had on people. Yeah, look at these pictures. These are just different pictures. I don't really like. To me, they're ugly. These are from someone's imagination. Because you can copy a picture. Like I could copy those pictures, but where did they originate? Look at here. The Judean desert. And jealousy is there are people that are jealous, especially if you if you know how to be happy and joyful. Satan's people hate that, and they'll look at you and they'll try. If they're really really evil, they'll try to bring you down because they don't have that happiness because they don't have a relationship with God. He can bring you joy and happiness, but there is mental illness and all that kind of stuff. There is depression. That is not the same as depression is weird. It does attack your whole body, your work, your feelings. It has nothing to do with clinically depressed. Those people, they need loving kindness and there's another really good word for it. Patience and encouragement and baby steps. Yeah. Oh, do you just hear my stomach? I put my. What is that? Oh, I know what that is. That's a blue jay. Why struggling to do things the. It was a very tempting. Let's read. I gotta read that. See, this is like. What? I've never read this story. And this is a different book. This is not from Jehovah's Witnesses. It was a very tempting thought. Why struggle to do things the hard way, fighting Satan, when there was a quick solution? Jesus knew it would be wrong. His life his life as the Messiah was going to be dangerous, sad, and lonely. Oh. There would be no easy way out. His Father in heaven wanted him to live as a human, to show people the right way to God, even if it was the most difficult way of all. He gives you help, though. He will give you a supernatural help. It's either knowledge or your heart will feel calm. Because I've gone through hard things. And what made it exciting when I was, well, I want to talk about that. But I can write a book. Wow. Who would it help, though? Me? I would have to have someone help me. Huh. Oh, yeah, if you really are the Son of God, Satan challenged, don't be afraid to fall off. The angels will come and catch you. That is such a tricky thing. There's people that are trickery in their words. I see that. Ew, and what's her name? Hilmala? I'm not going to say her name because they're really trying to up her up. The way they talk is very satanic. The leaders of the Democrats, the leaders. I'm not saying all Democrats are evil, but there is a language. It's like an occult. There is a language they all use, tone of voice and everything. It's weird, man. I couldn't watch it. Trump, I watched a few minutes of it. From other people watching it. Trump looked very handsome. How old is he? 77? He did a very good job. She actually didn't, she lied a lot. She didn't do a bad job, but she lied a lot, so that's bad. That's just my review of it. I know who wins in the end, so I'm not going to concern myself with this debate. I just watched some of my people I'm subscribed to watch, like Lionel and Michael Savage, and that's it so far. Because I know if she does win, just like Trump said, all hell's going to break loose. Because God didn't make women to be leaders, you guys. He didn't make, we're supposed to be helpers of the men. So it's going to piss off a lot of people. Okay? And then it's going to inflate other people's egos. Oh, and I'm also studying about ego. I communicated a lot. See, I'm older now, so you can't go on your ego. I miss my ego. I'm sorry. It felt, I guess it was a false power. I felt proud of myself. Since COVID, I've gone through such hell. Oh, attacked by my own family. Just because of people's fear rate was more up, and the jab and all that. I didn't get it. I don't need it. That's one thing I do. I do eat a lot of soups, and I know that's good for your blood. Because the oxygen needs to get in your blood. And hey, Ron, my heart was hurting me too. That was my stomach growling. Okay, I had a very weird, you can see my sock on my ground over there. Sometimes I move the camera around. I'm going to do a garden video. I just wanted to connect. Because you do need to talk. But the other day I had a weird heart pain. And I've been eating right and dieting and cutting down on the alcohol and drinking tea and all that kind of stuff. And I've been listening to a lot of people that did go that path of full-on alcoholism. I always fought it. I mean, I would drink at night and then wake up with a hangover or something. But I wasn't like, oh, maybe a couple, when my cats were died. Yeah, I've had a couple of days of just crying in my room. I hate that when your heart is, I can't eat. I can't, it hurts that bad. I'm praying to God that no one in my family, any more people will die. I can't stand it. When my baby hummingbird died that I found, and when I picked it up, it hummed. I thought it was a butterfly. It hummed in my, and it died because I looked on the internet and it said honey water, and I gave it honey water, and it would get so happy when I'd go in there, but it killed it. Well, it did jump out of its basket too. If you got to be careful who you listen to. I have a really evil neighbor up here. My landlord was kind enough to open up her land for her, and she's just not paying rent. And she yells and screams at my landlord. I've gotten mad at my landlord's a really tough little old woman. And she kept on asking. That's why I kind of flipped on her. She kept on asking us for, she raised the rent $1,000, and then she kept on asking us for more money for the PG&E. I think we were helping paying her friend, because I was a friend of hers. Now they're just, that's why I have a business with my landlord. She gets the rent. I have business running here, and I do work with Housing Authority, and they do help. And my rent has been extremely high, and then it's been low. I've did the first and last and all that down payment stuff. So I don't. It disturbs the peace, but I got it. God's gonna, and I have gotten arguments with this woman. Well, just over my deck. You think she terrifies me, because I've heard her talk, man. She looks. I think she doesn't look bad, but she kind of looks like she does meth. There's a meth problems in Santa Cruz, which is what meth does is numbs their heart. So they can do rough work. They can murder. It doesn't affect them that much because their heart is numb by this drug. That's why they give meth to a lot of these suicide bombers and stuff. I think it's even a stronger drug than that, meth. I know some stuff about drugs because I've been in the restaurant business. That's what I did since I was 14. And there is drugs. There was a lot of cocaine. I've tried it. I never got addicted to it. But I've seen people where they got addicted to it and they sold everything. I've seen people get addicted to gambling. I see it right now. There's guys that they would, you can get addicted to gambling. Right on Friday, you go to Quick Stop and there's like people, oh my God, I had a friend that got addicted. 2 friends, actually. Oh. So I'm thinking about moving to Tahoe. But there's a lot of fires over there, too. California's just like blazing. So I do believe Jesus is watching us. And him and his angels are there to help us. So if you're going through a hard time, I gotta not care what other people think. Because I have the last 3 years I've been in and out of the hospital. Haven't produced, I do work on this place. But the pipe broke, and it's like, I didn't know it was going to break. And they were laughing at me because it scared me so bad. And Rick and Jim wouldn't have laughed at me. They might, and the people that they laughed and they went, huh? Because Cheyenne did say, it's all your fault. Because she was here. Because I showed her, I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what